Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Today is a chicken lover's dream day. I'm sharing with you how to make chicken kofta, which are also known as chicken meatballs, at home. These are juicy and plump kofta in a rich velvety sauce masala. And don't take my word for it, try the recipe for yourselves. You're going to love this because the flavors are just so awesome. They're perfectly seasoned, really juicy and moist meatballs in there, and that masala, that gravy is honestly to die for. Now, before I tuck into this and tell you guys exactly how they are, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notifications, because without that you're going to be missing out on some fantastic recipes. And now I'm going to try this and tell you guys exactly how it is. So just look at that, look at that thick masala, that gravy, and here goes. They are so delicious. Spices are perfectly balanced. Meatballs just melt in your mouth. That's how soft they are. And that masala, that gravy, that sauce, ooh, perfect with rice or chapatis. Leaving you with this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do try the recipe out, share it with your family and friends, and let me know in the comments how you find it, and I'll be back soon with a new one. Till then, take care and happy eating. So the ingredients you're going to need is 500 grams of chicken thigh mince, and if you wanted to use chicken breast meat here, you could do, but I recommend using thigh because thigh is a lot more juicy, it's a lot more flavoursome, and that's the reason why I'm using thigh. So, but it's entirely up to you guys. Now we have two sets of ingredients here, one for the masala and the other for the meatballs. And I'm going to run through the masala ingredients first of all. You need 1/4, which is 1/4 of a cup of oil, which is approximately 60 millilitres. I've got here 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. You can use natural if you wish. And today I'm actually making my life easy and yours too by using pre-fried shop bought onions. Now, if you have these, great. If you don't have them, you can actually fry 1 medium onion in the oil and just follow the recipe through. This is 50 grams in weight. And I have here the following spices for the masala. I've got 1 teaspoon plus 1/4 or 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I've got 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and Kashmiri chili powder, which is really going to add a nice flavour and colour, but not the heat. And I've got, again, 1/4, 1/4, whatever you want to call it, of turmeric. And I've got here 1 teaspoon of grated ginger and garlic, which is fresh. I've also got here some whole spices. I've got 1 black and 2 green cardamom pods. And I've got 1 cinnamon stick, which I've just broken up in half. Now for the meatball marination, I have 1 small to medium onion, which I've grated, and this weighs approximately 120 grams in weight. Freshly chopped coriander. I've got 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger, and the following spices that are going to go into the meatballs, which is 1 teaspoon of salt, coriander powder, Kashmiri chili powder, and garam masala. I've also got 1 heaped tablespoon of cumin seeds, and to finish off we have half a tablespoon of garam masala and fresh coriander to garnish right at the end. And we also have water to use as and when we need to. So let's start cooking. Right, so we're going to start by preparing our meatball kofta mix, and to this I'm going to add my grated onion, my chopped coriander, the grated ginger, the cumin seeds, and the spices, and just give that a mix. And I'm just going to take some water from the jug and just pop that into my little bowl that had my grated onions in there, and we're going to use that to make our meatballs. You want to just get some water, apply it to the palm of your hand, and take the meat and just form it into a ball shape like a kofta meatball. And you don't want them too big, so you want them sort of like You want them that size. And just make them and place them all onto a plate. So you've got them ready and prepped. Just use a little bit of water just to help you form the round shape. And there we have it. The meatballs are all ready and prepped, and 500 grams, which is half a kilogram, has given me 18 chicken meatballs. So I'm just going to set this aside, and now we're going to get on with the masala. Right, okay, so I've got my pan on the hob. My heat setting is currently on a 7, which is a medium to high heat setting. And the first thing I'm going to do is add my oil in and just give that a couple of seconds just to come up to temperature. Right, so now I'm going to add my onions in and also my whole spices and just give them a mix. At this point, I'm actually going to turn my hob setting down to a 4, which is a low heat setting for my hob. And now into this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a cup of water. And then throw in the ginger and garlic and my spices. Just give that a mix. And we're just going to cook this for about 5 minutes, just to get rid of the rawness from the ginger and garlic, and also for the onions to soften up again. Right, okay, so it's been 5 minutes that the masala has been cooking away, and the rawness from the ginger and garlic has completely gone. I'm going to take some more water, so we're going to add 1 cup of water into this. Let's give that a mix. Heat setting is still on a 4, by the way. I'm just going to turn it up to a 6, which is a medium heat setting. And we are now adding the meatballs in gently. So just pick them up and just add them in. If they're out of shape slightly, just roll them back into shape again. But like I said, they're very fragile because it's chicken mince that we're using. And just shake the pan. Do not try to move them with the spoon, otherwise they will break. And then just make room and just add them in, the last few that are remaining. Right, now what you want to do is allow the meatballs to cook, and we're just going to pop our lid on, and the heat setting is still on a 6, which is a medium heat setting for my hob. And we're going to cook the meatballs for approximately 8 to 10 minutes. As you can see, the meatballs have started to change colour, so they've gone white from underneath the bottom bit, and that is obviously an indicator that you can turn them around now. So it's been about a good 4 to 5 minutes that they're in there, so I'm going to do this on camera. So now you can see, you can just move them around ever so gently like that. Use a silicone spatula, nothing too heavy-handed, and just give them a shake like that. Just move them around and just turn them just like that. And now just pop the lid back on again and just let them cook away for 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys back then and show you how they look. Okay, so the 10-minute timer is up, and I'm just going to remove the lid to show you how they look. And you can see that the majority of the water, the moisture that was in there, has cooked down. And into this now I'm going to add my yoghurt. So just make room and just add that in. And what the yogurt's going to do is it's going to give it a really nice sort of like tangy tartiness. Just mix that through. Right, okay, so that is nicely combined. And you can see that the meatballs have still kept their shape, they've not broken. I'm just going to turn my hob down to a 3, which is a low heat setting for my hob. And into this now, I'm going to add a further half a cup, which is approximately 125 or 120 millilitres, around about that. And just let that come up to the boil. Now, you could either have this curry as a dry bhuna meatball curry, or you could have it slightly runny. I prefer it an in-between curry, so that's the why I've added the water into this. And I'm going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to allow this to cook. I'm going to turn my heat settings back up to 6, which is a medium heat setting for my hob. And what this is going to do is the next 5 to 6 minutes of cooking is going to allow the oil to separate and come to the surface. The water that we've added is going to allow it to cook down a little as well, but still maintain that sort of runny curry that I like. And after 6 minutes, it'll be ready to finish off, and I'll show you how it looks. So just leave it to cook away now for 6 minutes, and you don't need to do anything to it, and I'll come back and show you how it looks. Right, okay, so coming back to the curry, it's been 6 minutes that it's been cooking away, and I'm just going to remove the lid to show you. And you can see now that the oil has started to separate and come around the edges, and it's time to finish the dish off. So take your garam masala and just add that straight over and give that a mix. I'm going to turn my hob off now. And you can see how that gravy, that masala has thickened up really nicely. And this is how I like it, the consistency. And the last thing to add is just fresh coriander right on top like that. And there we have it, guys. My chicken meatball curry all ready. I'm going to plate this up and show you guys exactly how it is.